Boom! What goes heading, everybody? It's your boy Fares Muthana, and welcome to another edition of Good Friends, Better Rivals. You know what? I'm gonna break the illusion. I'm gonna break it. We're not live,
We're
okay?
not?
No, we're not.
Oh, damn.
We're not. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, so don't get mad at us. You know, the three people in the chat if we premiere this, or the nobody in the chat if we do drop this. Shout out to y'all. Y'all stay safe. Hope we appreciate you. But it is a big week though. It's a big week here on the Let's Get Ready Network.
Are you going to be in the chat?
No, I'm probably gonna be in the middle of work, so I won't be in the
Oh,
chat. Sorry. Because my breaks are at 10:30 and 4:30, and then lunch at 1. So no, I will not be in the chat, unfortunately. But it is a big week, guys. It is the GFB. I was gonna say the LGRN, the GFBR Bowl.
there's a lot of letters.
It's a lot of letters. GFBR Bowl. This week, we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. Plus, join me, this Sunday. I will be, doing play-by-play for this game. So, I would really love to appreciate you to come and watch this. But also, before we continue, I want y'all to like this. I want you to like this video. I want you to subscribe to this channel. You see, we have a ticker right there. This is where you can support us, anywhere, right? Some of the support is monetarily. We have a Cash App, we have a Venmo, you can do a monthly donation on Ko-Fi or sign up monthly or annually on Patreon at patreon.com/LGR_network. I know some people in this economy are strapped for cash. All right, I know. If you want to do that, we appreciate it and we love you. But what I want you to do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. It's free. It's free. No money out of your pocket. You keep your $5 or the $10 for lunch. If you know where you can get a good lunch for $10. Your $5 coffee, you keep it in your pocket. But hit that like button, hit that subscribe. We also got merch, so get ready. The merch is coming. All I say is this: some of this merch, guys, you better watch out. But let's get right into it, right? We did our post-game streams for the Cowboys game on Thursday. We talked about how we were really surprised by the Cowboys, right? I told before the show, I said the Cowboys are not going to have the ball a lot because they're going to run the ball on the Cowboys and they're going to control the clock and they're going to beat them that way. Cowboys stopped the run on Thursday night. Yes, they gave up over 150 yards rushing. Yeah, and you'd be like, oh, they didn't stop the run, Fares. What are you talking about? You're an idiot. Saquon Barkley only had 60 yards. Jalen Hurts, most of his yards were off of scrambles. So the defense is playing pass. So the scramble was there. So they stopped the run effectively. So we were surprised by that way. And the back end, we weren't. I think Caleb can agree with you. You weren't scared because they lacked talent, right, Caleb? You were scared because they were unhealthy. And they were healthy that night, right? So they played very well.
And now they're unhealthy again.
Yes, Deron Bland is going to miss 2 weeks, right? Is it 2 weeks?
Yes.
With a Achilles strain?
I have no idea.
What happened to his
foot.
Achilles?
I think it's just his foot.
Just his foot? I saw Achilles, but let's double check. So, Caleb, let's start with this. Since 2017, Dak Prescott is 13-0 against the New York Giants. He's not undefeated against the New York Giants because he has 2 losses on the belt. But that was in 2016, his rookie year, which is understandable. You are a rookie, you lost. But since his second year in the league, the only time the New York Giants have ever beaten the Cowboys was when he was injured. He is the NFC king. Bar none, period. You can disagree with it, Commanders fans, Eagles fans, Giants fans. You can cry about it as much as you want. He's only lost twice to the Giants. He's only lost twice to the Commanders, or 2 or 3 times. I don't know for sure. Gotta double check. I think he's only lost 5 times against the Eagles. The 5th time was last night. He has a winning record.
A week ago.
A week ago. Sorry, a week ago. He has a winning record against everybody in this division. He owns this division. He owns them. We can cry about it or we can do something about it. The Giants aren't this week. It's not happening.
No.
It's not happening. Because what I saw on Sunday was a putrid display of football, period. Because I watched the All 22. I got the NFL Plus. I got the All 20. I got the film room. And I watched the New York Giants defense, right? Because I focused on the defense, right? Because I don't need to watch the All 22 to tell me how bad the Giants offense was. Just watch the game. Just watch the game. They're bad. Russell Wilson missing wide open people. Theo Johnson dropping passes. They stink. The defense showed no effort. There was no effort. Missed tackles. Giving up the edge. There was a play where Brian Burns plays the RPO perfectly. And he has Jaden Daniels right there. And Jaden Daniels, all he did was just run around Brian Burns. Brian Burns did not take a good angle on it because he should have gotten a third. It would have been a sack, would have been a tackle, would have been a TFL. But he just let him run away. If he took a better angle, he would have gotten it. Bobby Okereke has definitely regressed. Just look at what Austin Eckler did to him. He shook him out of his boots. Shook him out like, woo. And then, boom, it was over.
And what makes that game even worse is what just happened tonight.
Yes. Packers beat the living snot out of the Washington Commanders. Only gave up 18 points. The Packers are won 27-18 tonight. Let me check the stats. I didn't watch the game. Caleb, you watched the game.
They were thoroughly dominated by the Packers all night. I mean, the score, it's much closer.
It's 11.
It was close, just like the Giants Washington game last week. It was close. It looked like a close game, but we knew if you just watched the game, it wasn't close.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Giants were getting dominated.
Yes.
It's the same. It's the same thing that happened in this game. Washington was getting dominated all night. Though the score was closer. Until the Packers kind of got away from in the fourth quarter there, but that makes it worse. That makes it worse for the Giants. That just proves how bad the Giants are, considering the Washington probably isn't that as good as they were last year.
Fool's gold,
and they still
fool's gold,
and they still dominated the Giants.
Yeah, Tucker Kraft 6 catches, 124 and a touchdown. So the Giants tight ends couldn't do that to Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu. Couldn't do it. Theo Johnson, Mr. 6'5", athletic, can run for a big man. Can't do that. Oh yeah, I know why you can't do that. Because you have stone hands. You have stone hands. Shout out to the homie Authentic on Twitter. Big Giants fan. Seeing him and Big Cash Knows, they're big Giants streamers, right? They were, me and them, I love to say, we all agree on this. Daniel Bellinger should be the starting tight end. Because Daniel Bellinger does one thing, Caleb. The most important thing for a wide receiver or tight end, he catches the ball. Catches the ball. He has not had an NFL season where he catches the ball at a catch rate of 80% or less. Shout out to Authentic for showing me that. 90% catch rate, Caleb, plus. He catches everything. They don't throw it to him in the red zone either. They were in the red zone against the Commanders, Caleb. And you know what the first play they did, Caleb? You know what the first play they did?
What was that?
They threw it to their swing tackle, Marcus Bowe. Oh, forget the wide receivers that we have. Forget the tight ends we have. I'm going to throw it to my swing tackle, baby. That's what everyone knows the swing tackle is going to get the ball when you bring him in a goal line jumbo set. You think people are stupid? You think we're stupid? The Patriots literally made a living on this, where they would bring in Mike Vrabel, and he would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna block," and then he would sneak out. He has 11. Mike Vrabel has 11 touchdown catches, by the way, in his career, which is more than any of the New England Patriots wide receivers have, which is sad.
It's more than the Giants receivers had too.
Well, no, I think Darius Slayton has more than 11 career touchdown catches.
Since when?
I think he had like 5 in 1 year. And then he had like 4 in another year.
How many he's had in the last 3 years?
Probably like, I don't know, 3.
Exactly.
I don't know, but it's still more than 11. So
Is it more than 11? I don't think he's had more than 11 in the last 3 years.
Yes. Hold up, let's see this. Darius Slayton. Speaking of Darius Slayton, we literally re-signed him to a big deal for a wide receiver too. And you were like, nah, let's not throw to Darius either. Marcus Bowe, baby. That's who we're going to throw the ball to. Marcus Bowe. All right, Darius Slayton, the last 2 years, he's had 6 catching touchdowns.
In the last 2.
The last 2, 6. Yes, 6. So 6, 2, that's 8. Another 2, that's 10. Then he had 3, that's 13. And then he had 8 his rookie year. 8? He had 8 his rookie year? Oh, wow.
So that's why I said he only has 10 in the last 3.
8 in the last 3. Is 8 in the last 3.
That's exactly what I said. There's not a lot of touchdowns in the last 3 years.
Yeah, not a lot of touchdowns.
And then you wanted to say he was a good number 2.
He's a good number 2.
A guy that has 8 touchdowns in 3 years is not a good number 2.
He's a burner, man. He's a burner. He burns. He
Burn
burns
what?
He burns rubber. That's what he does. He burns rubber. So shout out to him. But yeah, like Dallas is learning how to stop the run. The Giants never ran good against Dallas either. Every year, Dallas magically stops the run. They were bad all year, but except that one game against the Giants where they gave up only 20 yards rushing.
And we need to unleash our secret weapon against the Giants.
Who?
Mozzie Smith.
The only good game he ever had was against the Giants on that Thursday night. Remember that Thursday night? The only good game he ever had. He had like 3 tackles for losses. I'm like, what am I watching right now? And then the following week, y'all gave up like almost 200 yards rushing. I was annoyed. I was like, seriously. This is what it goes to. Kevin O'Connell, Matt LaFleur. Could you say are offensive geniuses or offensive gurus? You know, people made a joke a couple of years ago where it was like, all you had to do was like shake hands with Sean McVay and you'll get a head coaching job. And then Kevin O'Connell got one and Matt LaFleur got one, right? Everyone's like, that's funny. Guess who were the 2 of the best offensive coaches in the game?
They do win a lot of games.
Like Matt LaFleur has the highest winning percentage of any head coach in his first, how long has he been in Green Bay? I think 6 years, 7 years? It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Like, he is the highest winning percentage of that, like, period. Everyone laughed at him. It was like, Matt LaFleur, he was trash in Tennessee. Boom. So the alleged guru that helped create Josh Allen can't create a scheme that accentuates his quarterback strengths. Neither Daniel Jones or Russell Wilson can't create a scheme to accentuate the strengths of his quarterbacks. Can't do it. And then Mike Kafka, who was, he helped.
We didn't mention the news that Russell Wilson is starting once again.
Yes, he is, unfortunately. He will be starting again, I guess. Andrew Thomas is still hurt. So there's that.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I'm like, it is what it is.
Why not go to Jameis?
That's what I'm saying. If you don't want to start Jackson Dart, that's fine. Go to Jameis.
Sucks. You don't want to get him, 20.
That's what Jameis, right? Jameis gonna mess around and win you a game.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I just don't see how you go. I mean, I guess so. I mean, you didn't put out all this work in the offseason, and you guys look good offensively in the preseason. So I guess that's why you don't want to just kind of throw all that work away. But just how it was just so bad in the first game that
it's bad.
I mean, you might as well just see what you got.
Why not, man? Why not? Because Jameis may throw you 3 touchdown passes one week and win you a game, or the next week he throws 3 picks, baby, and you're in a thriller that you lose. You know what? I want to feel that high. with Jameis. Tampa Bay had it. The Saints had it. Let me have it.
If anything, it'll be more entertaining.
Yeah, Cleveland had it. You lived on a razor's edge with Jameis Winston as your quarterback. Let me live that. I can't handle watching Russell Wilson play football. I can't. I'm done. And I've seen one game of it. I'm done. Give me Jameis or give me death. All right, don't give me death. All right, that's a little too extreme. Give me Jameis. If you're not going to start Jackson, you give me Jameis. Okay? You want to let him, you want Jackson to ruminate, fine. Whatever. I don't care. If you got a plan, sure. Is your plan going to save you from getting fired? Probably not. But if that's your plan, it's your plan. But give me Jameis. Give me Jameis. Because I'm done giving these dudes credit for nothing. Mike Kafka was given credit because he created the program that Patrick Mahomes did in Kansas City. Because he was the offensive assistant, then he became the QB coach. And then, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But apparently that guy hasn't shown up. Where's that guy? The guy who was getting head coaching offers or interviews, not offers, interviews. I can see why he didn't get any. I can see why. I can see why Seattle said, give me Mike McDonald. I can see why. I can see why New Orleans was like, we want Kellen Moore. Even though Kellen Moore, his playbook last year in Philly was, all right.
Hand it off.
Hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley.
I mean, that's tough.
All right. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Hand it off.
Tush push.
And tush push. Hand the ball off, tush push. That's it. So, hey, man, I don't think Kellen Moore is going to succeed in New Orleans. All right? That's all I got to say.
Well, not without a quarterback. I mean, nobody's going to succeed without a quarterback. I mean,
well, no, you can have little moments, but I don't think, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not.
Spencer Rattler as a quarterback. I mean.
Well, yeah, but like.
What do you want him to do? I mean, do you expect anything out of that?
Yeah, that's a good point. They were leading against Arizona.
Yeah.
And then they remembered that they were tanking and were like, oh, we're not supposed to win this game. What are you doing? Stop this. But yeah, Giants are not going to win. I don't care. It is what it is. We need to beat them. We haven't 13 games in a row. Not 13 games in a row. Well, actually, it is with Dak.
Yeah.
With Dak. It's not 13 games in a row.
Andy Dalton 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year we beat Andy Dalton. So technically the streak is technically over, but it's not over because with Dak starting, technically, funny enough, even the games Dak starts and gets, so he got injured the year where he broke his ankle. He started that game and you still won. Because he started that game. The Dak mojo worked. It's not happening, bro. There is a mental block on the New York Giants when they play in Dallas or Dallas against them. There's like a mental block. They just forget how to play football. Like literally just forget how to play football.
Yeah, it's like most teams though that you play.
It's you?
No, it's most teams that the Giants play. You guys lose a lot.
Oh, that's what you meant. I was talking about the New York Giants when they play you guys. They just completely.
I mean, you can say that about the New York Giants against anybody.
Well, back in the day when we had Daniel Jones, we could beat the Commanders. Now we can't. Bring back Daniel Jones, I guess. God, I hate Commanders fans. They're feeling themselves these past couple years, which, I understand why. They have Jaden Daniels. I understand why. Good for them. New ownership.
Well, they got a reality check tonight.
Yeah, they did. They got punched in the face. They're the oldest team in the NFL. They're old. Like, they're old. Like, they're like, literally, it's old age. Like, that's what it is. Everyone is a little younger than them. And, I'm sorry, Bobby Wagner isn't as fast as he used to be. It is what it is. Tucker Kraft, tight end seam down the middle. I guess Quan Martin didn't help either. The safeties. So, I felt bad for not going
safeties in the league.
Yeah, that's what Mike Clay said. Mike Clay said that, and we did too. But Mike Clay said that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But is there a way? Okay, here's the thing, Caleb. I'm gonna ask you a question. You're gonna have to dig deep because you're probably gonna laugh, but I want you to dig deep. Is there any way the Giants could win this game? If Giants win this game, how do they do it?
By passing. because we have the injury to Deron Bland,
Okay.
and we're starting some guy named Reddy Stewart. I have no idea. Never seen him play.
He's
He's gonna
ready.
be, or
He's not
he's gonna.
ready.
I guess he's ready now. Ready's
Okay.
ready.
Ready. Ready's ready.
He'll be the starting nickel, and Kyrie Elam will be playing across the field from Trayvon Diggs. So we're very vulnerable in the secondary, like once again because of health. I just don't understand it, man. And we just can't get Deron Bland and Trayvon Diggs on the field at the same time. For I mean, I mean,
It's
they
like
haven't.
It's like
They've
Highlander.
rarely been on the field together.
Caleb.
Rarely
It's like
been on the
Caleb.
field
It's like
together.
Highlander. It's like Highlander. There can only be one.
I
Only
mean, it's
can
just
be one.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's just they're never together. I mean, we could have had three. We could have had Bland, Diggs, and Gilmore one year, and no, we just got two of them.
Mm.
And then next year we started off with neither of them, and then we finally got one back, and then yeah, and just every year it's just every year they're one of them gets hurt, both of them get hurt. That it's just and yeah, then that's why I guess Jerry's so frustrated all the time when he pays guys, and then they get hurt and then you don't see his investment on the field. And that's exactly what happened. Deron Bland just got paid, and he
Just got
gets
it hurt.
injured.
Speaking of an investment that you guys had that allegedly was injured, Michael Parsons is back looking good, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
magically.
The 2 sacks in 2 games. Yeah,
Yeah. Yo, did you see his sack against Jared Goff, bro, where he just like emerged from the pack like a lion hunting a gazelle? Did you see that? Dude, that
yeah.
shit was like that shit was fucking I mean, that was freaking terrifying. I'm like, dude, Michael Parsons is running full speed at you. Running full speed at you. And you don't know where he is because you're looking downfield trying to find a wide receiver, and then all you just see is like wham from the side of your head. You're like, what the hell was that? Was that a sledgehammer? And you're like, oh shit, it's Micah. Oh my god. Shout shout to Jared Goff.
And yeah, so and also because like you said, you just mentioned Micah, we don't have much of a pass rush. We've been looking for pass rushers. We even brought in J. Davian Clowney for a workout.
No
Um,
signage?
no, no,
No.
no sign. I think he didn't want to sign. I think he basically used us to gain leverage to see if anybody else is interested.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so no, he didn't sign. But that means they recognize that our pass rush needs definite help.
They don't
Um,
trust Sam Williams and
I mean, it just didn't look great. It just didn't look great.
mhm.
Of course, I mean, you're playing the best offensive line in the
Yeah.
NFL, so it's not going to look great. So it's probably going to look a lot better against the Giants. I can tell you that.
Yes. Yes. Definitely
But
better against James Hudson the third. I know that for a fact. So Sam Williams, come on down. Your 3 sacks awaits you. Just watch how
um,
Sam Williams becomes Lawrence Taylor this Sunday.
so yeah, and it's because we don't blitz either. It's like his scheme is to rush four, play coverage,
Eddie
um,
Eberflus, yes.
make the quarterback do a check down, then get to the ball.
Caleb, if you watched last week, Commanders got like 4 sacks just by rushing four. Literally, dog, just by rushing four. Because our center and our two guards
It's
forgot
terrible.
how to play football. What? No, here's the thing, Caleb, that I find crazy, right, to me. Jermaine Illuminor and Greg Van Rote were on the Oakland Raiders offensive line like 3 years ago. One of the best. They led Josh Jacobs to an NFL leading 1,800 yards rushing. Them two. With Cameron Bursillo, who's our offensive line coach. So he has two guys from Vegas that he brought with him, basically. He didn't bring them. We signed Jermaine and then we brought Greg. Well, Greg came with Cameron, right? And Greg Van Roten just had no power. John Runyon. People be like, why you signed John Runyon? He was the starting guard on one of the best offensive lines in the NFL with the Green Bay Packers. We, you know, we signed him because the Packers, they tend not to retain most of their free agents because they don't want to. They'll just draft and replace them. They replace them with Zach Tom, basically. But it's not like John Runyon was a bad offensive lineman. He was a good offensive lineman. He could fit in a good system. But him and Greg Van Roten didn't know how to block last week. And I'm sick and tired of John Michael Schmidt's existence.
Yeah, he's gonna have a bad time against Kenny Clark.
Caleb, if I told you we drafted a center from the Big Ten, and then I told you, oh, here's the caveat, Caleb, he's not strong, what would you think?
Yeah, that doesn't
make sense.
Yeah,
it's the Big Ten. They produce offensive linemen like this. Joe Tipton in the same draft 2 years before that, Tyler Lindenbaum, Tristan Wirfs at Iowa. How many Wisconsin offensive linemen over the years? Ohio State offensive linemen. Donovan Jackson, Josh Simmons. Apparently Josh Simmons, by the way, who tore his patella tendon last season. Apparently he's healthy. He started for the Chiefs at left tackle. I thought he was still rehabbing, but he started against the Chiefs, against the Chargers. So you played offensive line in the Big Ten, and you not strong? You from the Midwest, country fed, corn fed, and you ain't strong?
But
what was
agile.
You doing?
He's agile.
Agile? I don't want agile. I don't care if you got fluidity in your hips. Grab someone and put him in the dirt. Oh, watch me swivel my hips. I don't care about your hips. This isn't bachata. You think this is bachata? This ain't bachata. What are we doing, dog? You're not strong. You got pushed around. Well, getting pushed around by Deron Payne, understandable. But Javon Kinlaw, the entire fan base of the San Francisco 49ers said he ain't nothing. He kept getting hurt. He broke it. I think something happened to his leg. Let me check his injury history actually, because I want to make sure. Javon Kinlaw injury history. All right. His injury history. Okay. He had a knee sprain. He had 2 knee sprains. It was a surgically repaired knee. He actually tore his knee, I think, by chronic knee issues, including a major ACL reconstruction in 2021 and further setbacks in 2022. So the man ain't got one knee. He got one knee, Caleb. And he pushed you around like a rag doll. Marcus Bowe, we just signed a center off of a practice squad. His name is Reed Heisty. Heisty. He's an undrafted kid. So I don't know what he is. Because, undrafted kids, you don't know. You don't know. You know what's going on, I mean, let me see. I'm going to make sure. John Michael Schmitz. It was Reed Heisty.
I mean, the Giants must have some terrible, not just college scouts. They have terrible NFL scouts because they can't draft anybody. They can't sign any good free agents. They're all terrible on the offensive line. Just all of them are terrible.
Well, except Andrew Thomas. He's just hurt.
I mean, he's not great either. But
yeah, he was. He was literally a top 4 left tackle.
Not against D-Law and Parsons. Okay.
Literally against D-Law Parsons. They literally had to run away to Evan Neal's side to get sacks. But sure. Okay, yeah. You know what, Caleb? No offense, Caleb.
What?
Andrew Whitworth's opinion on left tackles means more than your opinion on left tackles. And Andrew Whitworth and Duke Manyweather had Andrew Thomas top 4 in their left tackle rankings when he played a full season a couple years ago. All right, so you know what?
Years ago?
Well, he was hurt.
A couple years ago. Okay,
It was like 2 years ago. He was hurt.
that's a
Now he's
while
hurt.
ago. That's a damn
You
while
know,
ago.
Caleb, you can take your opinion, you can shove it, okay? You know, because Andrew Whitworth, Duke Manyweather, come on the show. Teach us Brandon Thorne as well. Come on the show. I need to learn offensive lines. I need to know who's good, who's bad. I don't know how to read
I mean,
offensive.
we know the Giants are bad. I mean,
Yeah, the all 22 really showed how bad they were. Because I watched that interior pass rush, and it got home pretty quickly because they're the closest to the quarterback, point A to point B, and they got Russell Wilson pretty quickly.
but that is one thing I'm worried about. Is the Giants pass rush? I am worried about the Giants pass rush. I mean, they look
Hey,
pretty good
won't
against
have to worry
Washington.
about we won't have to worry about Abdul Carter.
Why not?
He's playing off-ball linebacker apparently. Dumbass.
Didn't he have a clear sack? And then he let up.
Well, yeah, it was at the end of the half where literally Laramie Tunsil doesn't move.
He had a free run at the
Yeah,
quarterback,
and then
and he just stopped.
No, he doesn't stop. You know how like when you play basketball, you close out on a 3-pointer, you'd be like, you stick your hand up, like, hey, but just chop it up, hey.
Yeah, but there's no
That's what he
foul.
did.
There's no fouls in football. You can hit the
That's what I'm
quarterback.
saying. Take him out. I was confused. I was like, what are you doing? I was confused. I would have taken Jaden Daniels' head off. I don't know what he was doing. But he wasn't on the field a lot to do that. You know, the rotation kind of messed it up. And then, you know, they'd bring him in, they would brush him up the middle. Big concern last week. Dexter Lawrence was a no-show.
No,
I understand he gets double teamed a lot, but in some cases, it wasn't that.
and I think we'll do a good job because that is the strength of our offensive line is our interior with our center and our two
Cooper
guards.
Beebe, Tyler Booker, and Tyler Smith. Yep.
Yeah, Booker. I mean, look great.
Tyler's in the Beebe.
Yeah, so that is the strength of the offensive line. So I'm really not worried about him. Outside rush, low word. Tyler Guyton's looked a lot better than he did last season. He looked a lot better going into this, during training camp, preseason.
Nolan Smith Jr. is a pretty bad. He's not a very good passer because I was watching some of that of all 22 of you in them, and sometimes he would like just like a dead giveaway that he wouldn't rush the passer because he would be like flat footed. But then when he would rush the passer, would be like hands in the dirt. So he was just dead giveaway.
But Guy's been doing better. But what I am worried about Terrence Steele. He's probably the weakest one.
Yeah, he is. He's not bad, but he is definitely the weakest.
He gives up some he'll give up some pass rushes kind of every game. But for the most part, yeah, he is solid. He's a solid guy but he'll just give up one. That's just like terrible.
Brian Burns, by the way, Caleb, last week he had 2 sacks. You know that? Did you know that?
Yeah, I didn't. I just praised your defensive.
The most unimpactful 2 sacks I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, yeah, because
you get 2 sacks, and it felt like you did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't know. You didn't stop the run at all. They didn't stop the run at all. Dexter Lawrence. People have been saying in the NFL for years, he's the best nose tackle in the NFL. You know what Shane Bowen had him do? Had him in the 3 technique, had him in the 1 technique. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? 0 over the center. Let him go right into Cooper Beebe and force a guard to come crashing in to help Cooper. So you can create a rush lane off of the guard's shoulder. But he was like, you know what? No, guys, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do, Caleb? You know what I'm going to do? They're not going to know. I'm going to make him a 3 tech. He needs to be fired. That man.
Well, all your coaches need to be fired. They're all terrible.
Get rid of them all. Get rid of all
offense, your coaches, which they all will be. And I told you that. I was going to be right about that. I said all your coaches, all your front office were going to get fired.
Yeah. Unless Joe Shane convinces John Mara for one more time.
What? For what?
Well, Caleb, you keep asking this question, but this is exactly what Dave Gettleman did. Every year, fire him. He's like, oh, he's coming back. How long was he my GM, David Gettleman?
I don't know. Probably too long.
Yes, it was too long. It was a rhetorical question. So 2018 to 2021. So 18, 19, 20, 21. 4 years. 4 years he got. Joe Shane is on year 3. I think he's going to get 4. I think so.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. None of this shit makes sense, bro.
I mean, you gotta show a little something to keep going. I mean, the
You
Giants
know
haven't
what's
shown
funny
anything.
too, bro? He was our director of pro player personnel from 1999 to 2011.
Really?
Yes, he was our director of pro personnel, which is wild to
What
me.
happened?
What happened? How did you become worse at your job?
I know he sucks at playing personnel.
Well,
Who have you signed that's good?
under him, he did draft Saquon Barkley, Andrew
No, player
Thomas.
personnel. Well, I guess yeah. I mean, it's drafting too, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think when I think player personnel, I'm like auditions as signing free
Well, no,
agents.
yeah, no, you're right. The pro player personnel. Yeah, Kenny
Yeah.
Galladay was not very good.
Like you haven't signed or traded for anybody good
Yeah,
except for Burns, I guess.
Burns, yes, but that was Joe Shane.
Yeah.
So that was not Dave Gettleman at all. It was
Okay.
Joe Shane. Yeah, man. So we did trade for Leonard Williams. He was pretty good for us. He helped Dexter Lawrence a
Yeah.
lot. Trying to look for other pro personnel he did over the years. Um, he's the guy who traded Odell Beckham Jr. So there's that. Um, but yeah, I like how they say retired. Retired. He didn't retire. He got fired. He just said retired just to help him out. He also signed the Golden Tate signing was pretty good. Golden Tate was actually pretty good for the Giants for what he was there, and then they phased him out because yeah, Golden Tate crazy man. Golden Tate's a psychopath. I love that in my wide receivers. I had them a little crazy, especially Golden Tate. But yeah, man, it's gonna be 14-0. We're going to Dallas as well, so it's on the road.
Yeah.
Just mark that off as a dub for
Yeah,
Dallas.
I mean, we need this game. We cannot go 0-2. We've got some optimism coming off the performance that we had last week, even though we lost. Um, Obviously, CD is looking to bounce back from dropping all those passes. I mean, he
Yeah.
really wants to have a good game.
Oh, he's
Um,
like he always does.
yeah, and Dak's gonna put it on there. He looks sharp. I think he's gonna look sharp again. Maybe you can work Pickens more in there. And now obviously our run game, looks better than what I thought it was going to look.
Mhm.
So we can continue that. We can have optimism that coming. I mean, this is just the get right game. Get right against the Giants. That we have hope for the rest of the season that we can continue it and have a successful season. This is the starting point. Well, we need to beat them because if we can't beat the Giants, I mean, what the hell are we doing?
If you guys can't beat us, Caleb, fundamentally something's wrong.
I know. I mean, it's
Something
just like
fundamentally is broken.
I mean, what's even the point? I mean, what are we doing? Like, what is the point of
Yeah,
going out there? We can't
you
beat the
should
New York
just
Giants.
quit the season. Honestly, just quit.
Just pack it in.
Just
Just
pack
pack
it
it
in,
in.
bro. Pack it in like I packed it in when you beat us 40-0 at MetLife Stadium while it was raining. I
Yeah,
packed it in for that season. I completely disregarded that season because I was like, this is the worst loss I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've seen some bad losses. Okay. That was probably one of the worst losses I've ever seen in my entire life. Because that was bad. That was bad.
yeah,
But yeah.
yeah.
Giants.
There's no reason why I should lose this game.
No, it shouldn't. Like you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You have the advantage of Dak Prescott being 13. Like psychologically, he's in the Giants' head. Because all you're gonna hear the entire week, Caleb, or the entire leading up, it started out as like where people kept talking about he's 13-0. He's 13-0. He's 13-0. He's 13-0. He's 13-0. If the Giants defense, because this is the New York Giants, right? The patriarch we loved. Wellington Mara, the guy who built us up. Well, he didn't build us up. Shout out to his dad, Tim. Tim had the Giants pretty good. They made NFL championships. They were always in contention. Unfortunately, they ran into this dude named Johnny Unitas. Johnny Unitas beat the New York Giants multiple times. So I don't know why the New York Giants and the Colts don't have a bitter hatred for one another, because if that was me, I would hate them. I would hate the Colts personally. But, that's when they were in Baltimore, and that was in the 50s and in the 60s. So I guess us young folks don't really know that rivalry. But Wellington Mara made us from a good team. We were always the bridesmaids. We won a couple titles, but mostly we're bridesmaids. Let me double check that though, because I feel like he won. I feel like he won a couple of NFL champions. So I just want to double check because I don't want to misquote this. All right. NFL championships. We had 4. So we were pretty damn good. But we should have had more. But that goddamn Johnny Unitas. So Tim and Wellington made us what we were. Wellington Mara has the famous quote, "I always root for defense." That's what the Giants were built on. We were built on defense and running the football. It was Emil. I want to get his name right. Because this man's a goddamn legend. All right. ML Turnell. Yeah. What was he? Was he a running back? No, he was a running back. He was a safety. By the way. He was a safety. He had 79 interceptions. We played defense. It was him and Frank Gifford. Those were our, I don't think him and Gifford played together, because I don't think that they crossed paths.
A lot of guys that nobody knows.
Yeah, that's true. You don't really know these guys, but I do. Shout out to my legends. The defense should be taking this 13-0. He's 13-0. He always beats them. He owns them. He beats them. He takes them out. Nothing they can do can stop him. If the defense has any form of a backbone, any form of self-respect, this game should be ugly. This game should be low scoring. This game should not cross the threshold of 20 points for either team.
And even if it's like that, then I still wouldn't feel good. Even if we win a close game, like, we should utterly dominate the Giants.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'm going to
If we lose 12-6, the defense showed up. If we lose 40-0 again, then you know what? I'm packing it in. I'm done because ain't no way. If the defense has any backbone, because here's the thing. I could talk about the offense if I want to, but they're not going to show up.
No,
at all.
No.
They're not showing up. And if anyone thinks they are, check yourself into the doctors, because I think you're taking crazy pills. Okay? The defense needs to show up. The defense needs to show a backbone. Yes, I know Bobby Okereke regressed because he fits Wink Martindale's specific scheme. And he played well under Wink Martindale. But you're a linebacker in this league. You're a professional. Learn the scheme. Adjust. Or what I like to do, you're Shane Bowden. You're the coach. You should know all these schemes and coverages, right? Adjust to your personnel. You know Bobby can't do that. Don't make Bobby do that. Oh, off-ball linebacker for Micah, for Abdul Qadir. No, he's a pass rusher. It's literally what happened in Dallas. For over a year and a half, they were like, stop doing that. He's an edge. Stop it. And then guess what happened? He stopped it. And he started rushing the passer. He's a edge. Let him rush the passer. On Terrence Steele's side, by the way. Well, you know what? Also Tyler Guyton, because he's not that fast. Just whoop. Rush the passer. If we lose and it's 12-6 or 12-7, and miraculously we get a touchdown or some nonsense like that, because it is a divisional game, crazy stuff has happened. If we lose that way, I'll be like, you know what? The defense showed up. Shout out to the defense. If we win miraculously 12-7 with 4 field goals. Shout out to you, Graham Gano. Um, Great. This needs to be ugly. This needs to be nasty. This needs to be low scoring. If the defense has a semblance of self-respect, you're hearing 13-0 all week leading up, because I guarantee you on the broadcast, they're going to bring it up multiple times, how he's never lost to them. He owns them. This is his baby. You a grown man, and grown men are talking about another grown man owning you. Talking about he always going to beat you. You ain't never going to beat him. If I was the New York Giants cornerstone players like Dexter Lawrence has been there since the beginning. He has never beaten Dak Prescott.
Nope.
If I was Dexter Lawrence, I'll be sick to my goddamn stomach. Talking about how he owns this team, how you ain't never gonna beat him. He's your father.
That's Daddy Dak.
All right, that's kind of weird, Caleb. I'm not gonna lie.
That's Dak is the Giants' daddy.
Yeah, don't. You know what? There are just certain things certain people shouldn't be saying, and the word daddy and you should just say father. Father.
No,
Say the father.
no. You should be saying that's Daddy.
I'm not saying that.
You should be saying that because
that's not a. You know what? A grown man saying that word's kind of weird. I don't say that. All right, if you were like 8,
that's what the Giants are going to be saying.
They're gonna say the father. Okay.
No, they're not.
The father, the holy, the father. Is it the Father, the Mother, and the Holy Spirit? Is that
the Father is the Son.
Oh, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Let's be the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost that makes Giants fans go crazy. I'll say this, man. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. You know, we didn't really talk about a lot of X's and O's stuff because there isn't a need to do that.
No.
Because this game really is all about effort and want to. Every other division, crazy stuff happens. Teams beat teams all the time. I talk about how much I love the NFC South. When they face each other, crazy stuff happens all the time. You know, people getting 300 yards in a single game. You have, a kicking duel. Crazy stuff's happened. You know, shootouts with PJ Walker. Crazy stuff. But in the NFC East, it's guaranteed 2 things. The Giants and the Eagles beating the New York Giants all the time. Before Jaden Daniels showed up in Washington, let me preface this. Before Jaden Daniels showed up in Washington, there were 3 things you can count on in the NFC East. The Giants losing to the Cowboys and the Eagles sweep. The Giants beating the Commanders, sometimes 2-0, most of the times 2-0, but sometimes 1-1. It happens. You know what I mean? And the Commanders beating the Cowboys or the Eagles, like, surprisingly one year. You know, it happens all the time. Like, remember that one year they beat the Eagles in like week 3 and everyone's like, what the hell just happened? That's crazy. Nothing crazy happens in this division ever. We can usually, map it out, right, Caleb? You can map it out, right?
No, that's why there's always a different division leader.
But it's always between you two.
Well, there's a random Commanders year.
Yeah, there was a random command. It was the year that it was Joe Judge's first year.
Actually, this is their due because they did in 2015. They did in 2020.
That's true.
So now they're due. It's their year.
Itch.
In 2025.
The 5-year itch. It's true. Yeah. So so are you saying the Commanders about to win the NFC East?
I mean they're due.
Yeah, because if let's say they only lose to the Packers and they have like 3 losses, that's NFC East victory parade because that means they swept everybody in the division. So yeah, I just hope for a good play-by-play stream. That's all I have to say.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be a long season of play-by-play.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna put the game on? Are you gonna put on like the little screen? But like let's laugh at Fares.
No, that's what my dad was doing to you.
He was laughing at me.
I didn't.
He was laughing at me.
He had you on his phone, and he was laughing at you.
Damn, Leo, that hurts. That hurts, Leo. But I understand. because I would be laughing too. I'm not gonna lie. I would have laughed at my pain. Um, I use the word putrid a lot on that stream. I should really calm down. Yeah. Hey man, but shout out to Leo for supporting. Hit that like button. Why weren't you supporting me?
Because I don't want to hear your ass. I hear you. I hear you right now.
I hear you.
When?
Hearing you right now.
Do you ever watch Bet in the NFL?
Yes.
When?
Yesterday. And
I
last
didn't see
week.
you in the chat.
Yeah, I did. I had to watch it.
I didn't see you in the chat.
Well, no, I had to watch it on the replay because I was at work.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
watched
really watched in the replay. Yeah, sure.
At least I'm admitting it to you.
Okay.
See, I didn't watch last week. See, I'm not. I don't lie. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dick.
I don't bet. I'm sorry. I can't bet.
Hey, you're supposed to be supporting. I think you just said supporting. I don't watch the Giants. I'm not a Giants fan. Why would I be watching you?
Valid point. But you just said you never do. You never put me on stream. But me, I've watched betting the NFL on occasion.
So
I win. All right, Caleb, where can people find you?
We didn't even get our scores. How do you?
Oh, the scores.
The score.
Okay. Hit me.
Let's see. I'm gonna go 38-10.
30 to 10?
38 to 10.
38 to 10?
Yeah, 38.
You're gonna lose by 28. Damn, son. That hurts. That hurts, man.
I mean, offense looked pretty good before the delay. I mean, we were scoring on every drive against the Eagles.
That's true. You did. You did. And then, the thunder delay changed everything. I'm going a 14-10 Giants victory.
You can't be serious.
Nah, bro.
No way.
It's going to be 28-7. Cowboys.
28-7.
28-7 Cowboys. 28-7 Cowboys. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, 28-7. There it is. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And like I said, guys, we have the ticker down below. If you want to support monetarily, we have the Venmo, we have the Cash App. We also got a Patreon. You can also do patreon.com/LJ_network. We also have a Ko-Fi. You can do a monthly donation or, do a monthly donation. We have tiers for that. We also have merch. Go to letsgetreadynetworkshop.com. But I know, guys, people are strapped in this economy. I know. Me too. So was Caleb. Caleb was so strapped he made me sleep on the couch. I'm kidding. It was a joke. He sleeps on the couch, actually. He doesn't even have a bed. That's how strapped he is.
I do have it. What are you talking about?
Okay. I'm trying to make them feel good. All right. Let's calm down. Let's be common people.
You're the one that has all the money.
Man, I don't even have bed sheets. Let's calm down here. Okay. All right. Let's chill. All right. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. Not a penny. It doesn't even cost you a penny. I'm not even asking for not even a penny. By the way, they're discontinuing the penny. So make sure to keep those pennies. Just hit that like button, hit that subscribe. That's it. That's all I want you to do. That's all I want you to do. Caleb.
And watch Betting the NFL.
And watch Betting the NFL. Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern. You want to make some money this week? Caleb could have given you the best bets of the week. Caleb, drop 2 of them for me.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. Do it.
Well, I took the Cowboys -5.5.
Okay, well, that's easy. Come on, what the hell, man? Come on.
I mean, it's easy money. That's easy money right now. I mean, you pick against the Giants. Do it every single week. You'll probably win.
Hold on, but isn't you going to get a bigger payout if you take the Giants and the points?
They're not going to win.
But if they, I'm just saying, what if they lose by 4?
Do you really think they're going to lose by 4?
No, but I'm just saying.
Exactly. So why would you bet that? Why would you waste your money on betting them? Don't waste your money on the Giants. That's my big betting tip. Don't bet the Giants. They suck.
Always bet the under in the Giants game. That's all I got to say. Always bet the under.
That's not true because the other team could score 40.
That's a good point. Well, what if the over-under is 45?
Well, then I don't know. They can score a touchdown and be 47.
Okay, all right, fine, all right. Okay. Don't bet on the Giants. Don't waste your money. Bet on other teams. Like what was the
The
spread
Packers,
today?
yeah, bet the Packers.
What was the spread on today's game?
It was not more than what they beat them
Three and
by.
a half. Oh, is 11? Was
No, it was not more than what they beat them by. It
okay.
was probably close. I'm not
Probably three and a
exactly
half,
sure, but it was
6.5
small.
maybe. Because
No,
we're
it
on
was
the
definitely
Thursday
not.
night game.
It was like probably less than 3.
Oh, so the arbitrary 3.5 for the home team, like they always do.
I don't know. I can't. Let me just check it real quick. I don't have the website up. Looking right now. What was it was why the hell? Okay, it doesn't have the spread. That's fantastic. Oh,
All
there it
right.
was. Yeah, it was 3.
Yeah, yeah. It's the arbiter. They always do that when they don't want to think of something good. But it is
No,
what it
because
is.
well, actually, they lowered it. Actually, 2.5 that you get
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. They don't.
because
They don't. They
home
don't
field
do whole
advantage.
numbers. They don't do whole numbers ever.
No, it's just because home field advantage.
It's only two
It's
and a half.
kind of lessening. It
Mm,
was 3, but
it's always three.
you've
It's
seen
always, it was always three and a half.
you've seen so many of the away teams win in recent years that they've kind of backed off, where it's now
Now
to
it's back
just
to 2.5.
2.5
Yeah,
for
because
the home
growing up,
team.
it would always be 3.5. I
No, it
never
was
knew what that
3. It
meant.
was 3. It was 3. But
No, no, it was usually three because they don't do whole numbers, man.
they
They always do
do.
halves.
Oh, they don't always do
Every
half.
time, every time growing up on ESPN, it was always 3.5, 7.5, 6.5, 5.5. It was never 5 or 6.
I mean, yeah, it is sometimes.
Well, ESPN never showed that one. All right, so it is what it is. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Hope you had a wonderful time. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for joining us on the mini tutorial of betting the NFL everyone on the Good Friends Better Rivals show. But the full version of betting the NFL Wednesdays, 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern. So appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful time, and we'll see y'all next week.